So I'm just going to start by removing some of the shrouds on the motor. You've also got to remove this bolt here. It's a 7/16. There's another bolt here on this side of the engine. It's a 7/16 as well. Now the primer line is stuck to the carburetor onto this cowling, and just the linkage over here. Muffler's got a big hole in the back, so I don't know, maybe go down an old beast or what. I may braze it. These mufflers cost 50 bucks here. So I can see that the engine has spark just by rotating the magnets on the coil back and forth like this. So at least I know the coil's good. I'm going to save that. These small bolts here are 1/4 inch. And I'm going to save the bolt and the coil together. Next, I'm going to remove these pulleys. These usually come off pretty easy. You just want to save them in the order that you took them out. That's the camshaft here. Okay. So now I'm going to remove all these 3/8 bolts here that holds the cover. Okay, I got 2 more to go. Okay, I just gently tapped it. So here's the inside. You can see the bolts at the bottom, pieces of the connecting rod. There's the connecting rod there. And there's still oil left in that thing. I'm going to let the rest of that oil drip out. So it's quite a lot of damage. This is one of the worst that I've seen. So I'm just going to take the head off, save the bolts, save the head. So there's a piston and the valves. I think I'm going to salvage the piston and the valves as well out of this before I throw it out. To remove the camshaft, you just simply have to pull it, and the valve lobes are going to fall down. So there's the camshaft. Still looks good, so I'm going to save that. And the valve lobes here, they're still good. I'm also going to salvage the flywheel off of this. Hopefully she's not too hard to remove. There's also this little stator here inside the flywheel that powers the lights on any snowblower, so I'm going to save that. All that holds that is just a simple 3/8 bolt. When they hit something or over rev the engine, you can see that they revved it so fast that the keyway sheared off on the shaft. Clean cut. So something must have really jerked it. Okay, so I got the crankshaft off. You can see a bit of aluminum or something right on the shaft here, probably from the connecting rod. Anyways, there's pieces of the rod. There's a lot of shavings in there. Okay, there's a fellow. That's a pretty big piston. It's a 10 horsepower, so hoping to salvage that. Haven't quite examined it yet, but I'm hoping to keep it. And the last thing I want to get off of this are the valves and these little back plates here. I'm going to take it off with a pipe wrench like this. Next things, I'm going to remove the valves. Just going to take this valve cover off. To take the valves off, I use this tool. Makes it a lot easier. It works on Briggs and Tecumseh and a lot of other engines. So once I've got it clamped in like that, I'm going to tighten up the handle on the tool. It's going to squeeze the spring. Then from the top, just pull the valve up. I got the exhaust valve out. So there it is. I've taken all I want from this engine. I'm going to throw this out, and all the other parts that you see, I'm going to put them in a box and mark them as such and put it away and clean up my worktop.